guys, so no, you're not seeing things. I'm actually back making videos on this channel. I know, shocker. So first of all, I know I haven't made a video on this channel in like, what, 4 months now, and I feel awful. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget about this channel. I forgot that I had it. But I wanted to come back and share a little bit of advice. First of all, I wanted to share a little bit of a story just to set up why I'm doing this video. This video is going to be sort of about boys a little bit. It's more of a dating advice type of video. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my story first. Okay, so it was right after Christmas. It was right after we got back from Christmas break, and there was a dance at my school because I play Quidditch, if you guys didn't know that, and there was a Yule Ball type of thing, like a little dance, a little get-together. And I asked this guy who sits behind me in history, and I asked him, hey, you want to go to this dance with me? And he said, sure. And I got really, really excited. I bought my dress, I found my perfect shoes, and yada, yada, yada. 2 days before the dance, he goes, look, I hate to do this to you, but I actually have a girlfriend, and so therefore I can't go to the dance with you. And at the time I was really heartbroken. I was really hurt that he did that. I called my brother crying, and I was just really upset. Now looking back on it, it's not that big of a deal. But I was really mad at him for a while. And fast forward like a month. It was probably mid-February, and we were talking again, and we were friends again, and things like that. And then he texted me one day, and he said something to the effect of, hey, I kind of want to move this a little farther, yada, yada, yada. And essentially he brought up being friends with benefits. And at first I was like, oh, hell no, this isn't going to happen. If anyone knows me well enough knows that I have a very, very strong moral code. And so friends with benefits does not work with my moral code. So I was just really not happy about that. So I was like, no, I can't do that, and so we weren't talking for like a month. So fast forward a month again, and we kind of reconciled a little bit. This whole relationship with this guy has been off and on and off and on and off and on. And so we were friends again, we were talking, and all was fine and dandy. We're joking around and texting a lot, and then he brings it up again. And I was going through this sort of like insecure type of no one wants me type of phase, and so I was like, okay, maybe I'll think about it. And then we made out a few times in his car. He drove me home, and I know this is a little personal, but trust me, I have a point. So we made out a few times in his car, and I'm not one to like go off and lie to my parents and things like that, but so my parents knew everything that was going on, like up until the point where we started making out, and I couldn't bear to tell my parents, because my parents are very overprotective of me because I'm the baby. I have 2 older brothers, and I am the only one living at home still, so they are very, very overprotective of me, and so I couldn't bear to tell them. And they weren't his biggest fan, just because of everything that had happened between us before, and I was very hurt before this whole situation happened. And then we made out a few times more, and I started developing feelings for him. And so I've always been the type of person that I am very upfront about my feelings. I will tell you 100% what I'm feeling, and I put my cards out on the table, and you can take it or leave it. That's just kind of my philosophy on that. And he kind of was like, okay, and he just kind of like took that. He didn't give me any response or anything like that. And then I come to find out that he doesn't really want a girlfriend right now, and it was really hard for me to take that news. And I honestly, I'm still a little confused about it. I felt really, really played. And so we went through a phase where we weren't talking at all, and I was very, 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 very hurt that he would play me like that, and I was just very pissed at him. And then this past week, today is Monday, but this past week, we were fighting for probably a month or a couple weeks or so. I'm not exactly sure how long. But so I messaged him on Facebook because I had already deleted him from my phone because I was so angry. I messaged him on Facebook and I was like, okay, I just want to clear the air because I hate fighting with people. I hate having someone mad at me or just having any sort of conflict with someone. So I messaged him on Facebook and I was like, okay, here's what's going on. And I kind of started realizing that the feelings that I was having for him, because I sort of felt like it was more than just, oh, I really like this guy. It was more of a, I really want to be with this guy type of thing. And my feelings weren't reciprocated, and I started feeling that maybe I don't necessarily really want to be with this guy, that I want to be wanted. And I think that's the kind of the eternal struggle with pretty much every teenager. I was very hurt that he didn't want me, and he just, he wanted me in terms of like, dare I say, sexual things. I'm not even going to go into all of that just because it is kind of personal, and I will say that I made out with him a couple of times, but you guys don't need to know the full extent of it. So I wanted to make this video to just put my story out there and just tell you that if you are going through this whole phase like I did, that you want a guy or a girl to just want you and you're willing to do anything to get them to go out with you or get them to do something for you or whatever. Honestly, if it really takes that much energy, it's not worth it. I know a lot of people have said this and been beaten like a dead horse, but I hate that expression. But anyway, I know it's been beaten to death, but I wanted to tell you that it does get better, and honestly, through this whole situation, I've become a stronger person, and I have really learned how to stand on my own and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. If you don't like what I'm feeling, then you can go suck it, because that's just the way it is, and that's the way I am, and you should take me or leave me. And I feel like I have a pretty good head on my shoulders, that I was very hurt for a while, don't get me wrong, but it really does get better, and I have become a lot more of a stronger person through all this. And we are still friends, if you were wondering. We are still friends, and I'm still a little bit hazy about what's going on between us, and there is still like a connection between us, and it's complicated. It's very complicated. There's still a few issues that we need to work out, that we just iron out the kinks a little bit. So that is about all I have to say. It really does get better. You will have a phase where you're just going to want to, crawl up in your covers and eat Ben & Jerry's and watch sad movies. Trust me, I did that. I know exactly where you are. You are there right now. But it really does get better. You learn how to be a stronger person, and I really learned how to stand my ground and tell him that if he didn't like the way I went about this whole relationship, then he could go find another girl. And he really respected that, and he really, I don't know, he really is a good guy. It's just that we ended up wanting different things, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, everyone's different, and I hope all of you can come out from whatever issues you may have. And with all that said, if you want to leave us any questions, I know Robert and I haven't posted a video on this channel in a really long time, but I will try to convince him to get back into it, and I will try to get back into it myself. So yeah, with all that said, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Bye.